Breaking news we begin with from overnight. A man was shot in a drive-by shooting in North Nashville. Officers say the man was walking on 23rd Ave North near Osage Street when he was shot by someone in a dark vehicle. The victim is at General Hospital this morning and is expected to be okay.
And happening today, more than a year after he was convicted of raping a Vanderbilt female student, Cory Batey is facing his trial for the second time. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres is live for us outside of the downtown courthouse. And Matthew, the defense team, they've got their homework cut out for them.
Yeah, and it's really not the easiest task for everyone involved, especially the alleged victim in this case. But it will be interesting to see what the defense team brings to the table this time around, knowing that it's a completely new jury, how they will approach this alleged incident, and of course explain that cell phone video described as really compelling evidence in this retrial. Now, as you may know by now, Batey was found guilty last year of raping an unconscious woman in a dorm room in June 2013. However, the judge threw out those convictions after an issue surfaced involving a juror who did not disclose he was a past victim of rape. Now, more than a year later, we are back at it again, only this time it's only Batey who will be facing this retrial after last week's decision to try him separately from his former teammate and second suspect, Brandon Vandenberg. Last week, we also saw them choose 14 members who will be a part of the jury. They were coming in from Chattanooga and bussed in over the weekend. Last Friday, we also saw during the pre-trial Batey asking to let his defense attorney, Warwick Robinson, to go, but according to the judge, he denied that request. The trial is again expected to start at 9 a.m. Stay with News Channel 5 Plus. We will have gavel-to-gavel coverage with Nick Barris and legal expert Nick Leonardo. For now, reporting live in downtown, Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Matthew, thank you. A father is still missing this morning after his canoe capsized on Percy Priest Lake. Alexander Cohen is down at the Anderson Road campground where crews will continue the search today. And Alexander, I know that now that the sun's up, I guess they're hoping to get started again.
That's right, Amy. If the weather plays ball here today, several agencies will probably put their boats back into the water to search for this missing father. Over the weekend, they used a robot, a helicopter, and several boats for that search. But again, he is still missing this morning. According to first responders, a father, his son, and family friend were out in a canoe and kayak on Percy Priest Lake when they capsized from high winds around 7 Saturday evening. The three of them reportedly encountered rough conditions near Hole in the Wall Island. At that point, the three of them attached the kayak to the canoe and attempted to get to land, but the canoe capsized. The 10-year-old boy says he last saw his father clinging to the upturned canoe trying to put on his life vest. The man has been identified as 36-year-old Jeremy Cross of Middle Tennessee. The family friend, Mike Wells, was wearing a life jacket, and so was the boy. They were both rescued an hour later after they made it to land and waved down a nearby boater. Again, command center is expected to be set up back up here today, and they will continue their search here at Percy Priest Lake. Stay with us for updates. Reporting live, Alexander Cohen, News Channel 5.
Thank you. And new this morning, a violent argument ended with a man getting stabbed in the back. Clarksville police say Cleveland Somerville, also known as La Cleveland, was getting a ride home when he started fighting with the driver. Happened just before 4 yesterday morning at the intersection of Peachers Mill and Pollard Road. We're told the 36-year-old stabbed the other man in the back, then took off. The victim was taken to Vanderbilt, and Somerville was later arrested and charged with aggravated assault.
3 armed men on the run this morning after shooting a teen in the head. Metro police say it happened Saturday night during a robbery attempt outside of the Hooters on Largo Drive in South Nashville. 18-year-old Hagan Newland was shot when he refused to hand over cash. He went to Vanderbilt in critical condition. Those suspects made off in a black Mercedes sedan, believed to be about a 2000 model with tinted windows and blacked out hubcaps. If you know anything about this, call Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME. A tussle with an apparent carjacker ending with a woman getting shot. This happened at a gas station along Murfreesboro Pike in South Nashville early yesterday morning. Police say a man with a gun tried to steal her car. During the struggle, the victim was shot in the arm. She went to the hospital but should be just fine. Investigators are still trying to track down that suspect.
And 2 people are on the run after a scary home invasion. According to the Kentucky New Era, it happened just before 3 Saturday morning in Todd County. Deputies say 2 people armed with shotguns forced their way inside a home on Trenton Road and demanded money. An occupant of that home was struck with a gun. If you have any information, call the Todd County Sheriff's Office. And officials are crediting an off-duty paramedic now with saving a home.
Yeah, my favorite story of the morning here. Hermitage officials say the off-duty paramedic spotted the fire and quickly helped get it taken care of before it got out of hand. The Samoa Drive home does have some damage, but as you can see, it's still standing strong and looks like it can probably be rebuilt. Luckily, no one was hurt. That off-duty paramedic driving down Lebanon Road when he saw heavy smoke coming from the neighborhood, so he ran to check it out.
When he got on the scene, he had heavy smoke coming out of the roof of this residence. He knocked on the door, made the occupants aware of what was going on, helped them get out of the house, moved their cars out of the driveway, notified 911, activated the emergency system.
He did everything but help plant flowers.
I know.
Firefighters were able to keep the blaze contained to just the roof of that home. So great job.